So you're a family physician. At
And
what point did you decide that you wanted to follow that path and become a doctor?
yeah, so I remember having that in mind when I was a little girl. Um, my mom was pregnant with my brother around the time my youngest brother, around the time that I was like 7 or 8. And I would go with her to her OB appointments. And at those appointments, there was this amazing doctor, Dr. Bridges, who was her doctor, an older Black gentleman who was so loving with my mother, very loving with me and my brother that's right under me. And I remember he would just give me, like, I would always want to like listen with the stethoscope. And he was just like, oh, you can do this one day. So I just remember that was just seeing him in that role and his encouragement. Like I always said that I wanted to be a baby doctor. And then after that, it really became about helping people in my community. So just growing up in Florida, my mother's from North Carolina, so that's kind of my Duke connection. I just noticed that so many people in our community did not seem as healthy as I would expect. Like everyone was dealing with pressure, with sugar, with amputations, with strokes. Like it was just like all this, drugs. It was just a lot of sickness and illness that I couldn't understand like why that was happening. And that just became one of the things where I wanted to figure out how to prevent that from happening and to see why it's happening in my community. And so my big thing driving me to medicine, like when I went to like through undergrad and through med school, and even now, like I always just think I want to be able to serve anyone who walks through my door or who comes to me. And I want to be able to have at least like some knowledge that can either help them or to direct them to who can help them best. And so family physician naturally just fit that for me because it's having the individual connection with the people, but also family units and like community. Like I ended up, and I still do a lot of community health and population health. That's a part of my role as like an administrator at my job. And then some of the work that I do in the community or have done in the community.